Welcome fragrance family and friends to today's video. It's a little bit different than the norm, as you can probably tell by the title. What exactly do I mean by that? Well, let me just preface by saying I have my own idea of what someone that is a quote-unquote badass is actually, and I'm going to give you that definition so that we're both on the same page about what I'm recommending or representing. This is 2021, so I'm going for a more enlightened alpha male rather than the old traditional lumberjack, axe wielding, leather jacket wearing, all the typical tropes that indicate that you're an alpha male. 2021, I'm going for a guy that has those charismatic, confident qualities, so he doesn't doubt himself. He's not wishy-washy in his determinations. He knows who he is. He stands on his own 2 feet. He is very mature, but he also has the emotional intelligence and intuition of a woman. You know how your significant other, if you're in a relationship with a woman, can always seem to know what you're thinking at certain times, or know when you're not either telling the truth or when you're, hedging or whatever the case may be. That's that female intuition. So to be a badass in 2021 simply means being confident and charismatic in who you are, but also carrying that emotional intelligence and that intuition that makes other people around you, when they're around you, feel good about themselves, which is kind of cool when you think about it. So when we return, I'm going to go over 7 steps that will make you into that person if you want to be that and more. So stay tuned. Hey guys, and welcome back. And so I know today's title is a little bit different, but if you do look up that word, either in the dictionary, whether it's Urban Dictionary or actual online dictionary, it talks about someone who is a rebel, goes against the grain, maybe even is counterculture. While that is kind of cool and that represents the old idea, that's not really who I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone who is actually there to light the fire of other people, to light the fire of people around them, infuse into them their own kind of charisma and confidence. And that's what this video is about. So those 7 steps that I'm talking about, obviously I'm talking about fragrance. Your fragrance is the way you carry yourself, and it's also what you think about yourself, and subsequently what you want other people to think about you. So let's jump right into this. The very first step that we're going to talk about towards being that new alpha male in 2021 is from the house of Giorgio Armani. And it is the OG Armani Code, often referred to as Armani Code Black. It did come out in 2004. It's got bergamot, it's got lemon, olive blossom, star anise, it's got tobacco, there's leather in here, you've got guaiac wood, tonka bean. This is a very fragrant, powerfully warm and seductive oriental fougere. Armani Code or Code Black has been around long enough. It's like that guy who is very mature. He's got his 2 feet planted right on the earth. He can't be uprooted by other people's opinions. People gravitate towards someone that is that charismatic or that confident. And when you walk away from a person like that or being in their orbit for just a few minutes, you actually feel better about yourself. Have you been around people like that? That's the alpha male that I'm talking about. If you want to be that kind of person, being confident and charismatic starts in step one, belief in yourself. And Armani Code is a fragrance that a guy who believes in himself would actually wear, and that's why I recommend it as step 1. Step 2 is the brainchild of Alberto Moria. Came out in 2014 from the house of Bulgari. It is none other than, of course, Bulgari Man in Black. When my wife first smelled this, she said, that smells like a fragrance that a guy who owns his own styling salon where people go to for advice, and yet he's always the lone wolf. Like, he never gets the girl, but he helps other people get the girl. I think that's a pretty cool assessment for this fragrance, but I would say in the end, before the credits roll, he gets the girl. You've got tobacco, rum, you've got tuberose, you've got iris absolute, you've got leather, you've got that benzoin. You also have, similar to Armani Code, you've got that tonka bean and the guaiac wood as well in the base. Man in Black is also a spicy fougere. It is great for wintertime, but I would say you can wear this anytime. It is signature scent worthy. It is confidence and charisma and even a little bit of allure and magnetism in a bottle. Extremely powerful juice, just right for any occasion, perfect for the new alpha male in you, and that's why Bulgari Man in Black is step 2. Talk about boosting the confidence of people around you in yourself and also lighting their fire and boosting their own charisma. This fragrance has been around not very long, but it's already made a mark in the industry. It came out in 2019 from the house of Mont Blanc. I am speaking, of course, of none other than... Now, this has often been called the clone of Creed Aventus, and I'll take that. There's nothing wrong with that. While not a direct clone, it does highlight some of the better parts of Creed Aventus, and in some ways, I like this even more. It doesn't have that smoky birch in it. It's got a little bit more of a pristine, clean citrus side. You've got Italian bergamot, sage, pink pepper. You've got leather, vetiver, patchouli, cacao, akigala wood, and ambroxan, of course. When you're not sure what to wear in any given situation, this to me is the new modern man's, the alpha male of 2021's go-to fragrance. There's just not a scenario that you can't wear this in that will not boost your confidence, that will not boost your charisma. And anyone within that scent bubble or scent trail is also going to get that same kind of boost or feeling or sensation. It's going to be like, whoa, this is an attention-getting, compliment-pulling eye-opener of the highest order. And that's why Explorer by Mont Blanc is step 3. All right, guys, step 4 is a brand new fragrance. I say brand new. It came out in 2020 from the house of Givenchy. It is an eau de parfum called Eau de Parfum Boissy. This is another Oriental Fougere, another nod to that classic black suit fragrance. Just like the bottle presentation puts you in mind of something that's going to be best suited for a highfalutin or high collar event, as some people call it. It is a lightly balsamic, lightly powdery, that iris running through the DNA, which is the thread that is in all of the Givenchy Gentleman line. It's also got black pepper, coriander, geranium, cedarwood, cacao, sandalwood, and patchouli, and there's even a little bit of wood smoke. The wood smoke is also something that kind of pulls all these notes together. Talk about increasing your attraction factor. You ever been attracted to someone and you couldn't put your finger on it, and so you just chalked it up to chemistry? You know, must just be that chemistry. Well, I'm here to tell you chemistry can be created, and this particular fragrance will go a long way in creating that chemistry, boosting your own charisma, boosting the morale of those around you, and just allowing you to carry yourself in the way that you've always wanted to as the new alpha male of 2021. And that's why Gentleman Eau de Parfum Boissy is step 4. All right, guys, we just went through step 4. I hope that you're feeling that boost to your confidence already. I hope you're feeling kind of pumped up a little bit and ready to try these out, ready to try on the new mantle, the new jacket of that new alpha male. We're not trying to get rid of the old alpha male. We're retaining a lot of those traditional qualities. We're just adding some emotional intelligence on top of it and intuition so that it's not such a selfish endeavor. We actually impact other people positively. A fragrance that will help you do that as step 5 is from Acqua di Parma, and it is none other than Colonia Essenza. I love this fragrance. You know how often you think of an eau de cologne being like very light in terms of juice, and therefore the performance is also light? This is not like that. This is powerful juice, let me just tell you. It's very bright, it's very citrus, but it's also got a really sudsy, soapy clean in there as well in that dry down. You've got lemon, orange, bergamot, mandarin orange, grapefruit, neroli, petitgrain. That's all in just in the top. You've got a floral heart with rosemary, lily of the valley. You've got jasmine. You've got a little bit of spicy clove in the heart as well, resting on a base of vetiver, patchouli, white musk, and amber. This fragrance, for being a cologne, it's very weighty. I get fantastic performance with this. The rule of thumb with this, as soon as you're ready to go, wherever you're gonna go, make sure to spray this on right before you leave, so that when people are around you, they're gonna pick up on Colonia Essenza and they're gonna be like, man, this is such a bright, eye-opening, invigorating, refreshing, revitalizing. When you start talking about the qualities of your fragrance, it sounds almost like you're describing who you wanna be as an alpha male, that new alpha male of 2021, Acqua di Parma Colonia Essenza, and that's why it's step 5. All right, we're down to step 6 in being the best, most positively influencing you that you can be as the new alpha male of 2021, and it is from the house of Paco Rabanne. Pure XS Night is a dark, rich, another Oriental Fougere that is extremely magnetic and alluring, This is a supremely sexy fragrance. It's not quite as sweet as the other excess fragrance. You would think so as a nighttime fragrance, as a date night fragrance, but that sweetness is attenuated with a darker, richer, as close as you can get to a gourmand fragrance without actually crossing over into the territory of gourmand. You've got ginger, vanilla, myrrh, salted caramel, you've got cinnamon and cacao in this fragrance, and that's why it's so close to being an edible without being an edible. It's just really well blended. This isn't like a written invitation. It is like an announcement on a bullhorn. Come find out why someone would wear something as attention grabbing. This isn't a compliment request, it's a compliment demand. This fragrance is, it truly is. This isn't just a young person's fragrance, but it is very youthful at its epicenter. It's very energetic. And that's why I feel like it should be worn by someone who's ready to answer its call, who's ready to be able to tackle all the attention that you're going to likely get from wearing something like this in close proximity of other people. And that's why Paco Rabanne's Excess Pure Night is step 6. Can you feel that tectonic shift under your feet, almost like a paradigm shift? Something different's getting ready to happen to you? Well, if you don't feel it, that's okay. Watch this video again. Go through these 7 steps because we are on our final step. Step number 7 is Prada. It is a Prada product. It is from the house of Prada. Can I say that again? Prada. It is Prada Luna Rossa Black. This juice right here. There's no other color I think that better defines the new alpha male of 2021 than the color black. Bergamot, angelica, coumarin, patchouli, amber, all these resinous, rich, dark, slightly powdery base notes, heart notes, they're all blended together to make one unified voice. Prada Luna Rossa Black, step 7. You know how in any step program, they say if you're confused about what step you're on or which one to do, always go back around to step 1. Our step 1 is our Mani code. So never forget your step 1 all the way through step 7. They say a journey of a lifetime begins with one simple step. And I hope these 7 steps are ones that you can appreciate now. If you already have them or have some of them, let me know what your experience with them is like. If you feel like other fragrances belong as steps in this program to create your best you, your best alpha male of 2021, let me know that in the comments below as well. Again, thanks so much for stopping by and checking out today's video. As always, thank you so much for your support on my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you tomorrow.